Welcome to Screw the Commute, the entrepreneurial podcast dedicated to getting you out of the car and into the money. With your host, lifelong entrepreneur and multimillionaire, Tom Antion.
Hey everybody, it's Tom here. This is episode 10 of Screw the Commute podcast. How to pick a shopping cart system that makes you money. Now, I hope you listened to the last episode with Dusty White. He's a student of mine that is making a fortune in an oddball arena legitimately. So check that out, Dusty White on episode 9. All right, our sponsor today is kickstartcart.com. This is the shopping cart system that I've been using for 16 years and promoting because it's usable by a mere human. So we'll get into more of that later. Picking a shopping cart system is a pretty serious decision that you're going to likely have to live with for a while. It's simply too important a decision to make without knowing the right questions to ask. So many systems are frustrating to install, and once they're installed, they're incomprehensible and extremely difficult to use, which means lost sales for you. In fact, I had one lady come to me. She was paying $4,000 a month for a part-time person to just operate her shopping cart system. And it was a great system, but it was far too overkill for her and expensive as all get out. So what you got to make sure that's the most important to you is if your customer's sitting in front of their computer with an open wallet or in front of their cell phone or tablet, you better not make it hard for them to buy or they're going to be gone in a flash. You really want to automate every part of the system so it's less work for you and it's extremely easy for your customer. Now, today's smart shopping system technology can make this happen and any small business can afford it. In addition, smart shopping systems are going to dramatically increase sales because they manage the entire shopping process, including upselling the customer, making special offers, handling special sales and discounts, and completely managing your extremely valuable database of prospects and customers, email, all of that. There are thousands of simple shopping carts on the market, either for free or a low price, but basically they just take the order like a cashier at the grocery store. They don't do anything to help you sell in the first place. Now, I got a warning for you. You're going to have webmasters all the time trying to sell you a custom shopping cart that can cost you anywhere from a few $100s to multi-tens of thousands of dollars. This is crazy. They're going to tell you what you want to do with your site is going to require lots of expensive programming, custom adaptations, and they're going to use all this language on you. But there are very few small business people, and I've coached literally several thousand, that need anything so sophisticated. So keep your wallet in your pocket when you get around these people. Now, the sad thing is, to me, is you may already have a ton of money invested in your shopping system, and you may not have the sales you think you should. Well, it might be time to consider scrapping the old system in favor of a new, less expensive system that has all the sales tools built in. And I know this sucks, but it's just like a computer. You keep trying to make the old one work, and the new one is 10 times cheaper and 1,000 times faster. So it just comes to that point when you really need to upgrade. All right, the first concept you need to realize is that you must have real-time credit card processing. This has to be automated and fast, or you're going to look antiquated and old and slow. People don't want that nowadays. But what you must realize is that the credit card processing is not actually done by the shopping cart. Many people don't realize this. You still have to have a credit card merchant account to process the credit cards. If you don't have real-time processing capability, your shopping cart's just going to email you notice of a sale, and you got to log in and send them an ebook or mail them their product, but they don't get anything instantly telling them what happened. I mean, it's just really old school. Now, you can use PayPal rather than a full-blown merchant account And there's other competitors to PayPal out there, none of which are as well known and as secure as PayPal. Well, they might be as secure because there's a standard for security on the internet, but they haven't had the track record, put it that way. Now, after the transaction is complete, and sometimes maybe 5 seconds or less, you either get an email regarding shipping the product or the customer gets a link to download the product directly. That's all there is to it. Now, I've simplified it considerably, but believe me, you don't want to know all the details. You just want it to work. So the bottom line is just know that your shopping cart system is different from your actual merchant account. Your merchant account is a legal entity you have with the Visa, MasterCard, American Express people, and it's a whole different animal. But they have to work together. That's what you need to know. Now, this is episode 10. You might want to keep that in mind because I'm going to run through a whole bunch of things your shopping cart should do. And if you're listening to this somewhere, you might not want to bother writing it down because I have an entire ebook that goes in more depth and has checklists and everything at the website, screwthecommute.com, in the show notes for episode 10. So you can get a whole PDF that tells all of this stuff. You don't have to take any notes. All right, so here's some of the things a shopping cart system should do for you. A standard thing is calculate shipping and tax. So most carts can do that. However, you must realize shipping is one of the biggest pains in the neck of all because people are in different parts of the country. There's different shipping methods, and all this stuff is involved with shipping. A less sophisticated cart is not going to give you the options to handle all that stuff. And sales tax, now at the time of this recording, and for a long time prior to this, sales tax was only needed to be collected on physical products shipped in the same state where you are domiciled, where you're based. Now, there's fighting like crazy about all of this, so that may change in the future, but it's pretty much going to be the shopping cart's duty to handle that for you. You may have to plug in the different rates for different areas, but pretty much nothing to worry about right now. Next thing is soft and hard goods. Now, this is extremely important for anyone who wants to sell information products because a hard good is like a DVD or a CD, and those are still very prevalent in the gift market for sure. And I go down and see the red box that's in front of 7-Eleven. There's always somebody getting a DVD out of there. So they're still using those things. So you may want to sell them. I sell a tennis DVD. But you also want to sell soft goods, which are ebooks, digital products, in other words. So some carts, you can't do that in the same transaction. Some of these free carts they give you with your hosting. So you don't want to do that. You want to have something that'll deliver both soft and hard goods in the same transaction. Also, when you're delivering a soft good, the downloadable products and the shopping cart should generate a web page for the download that disappears automatically after a certain period of time. I think ours is set to 24 hours. That's so the person purchasing can't take the download link and put it up on a discussion board and let thousands of people download your product for free. So that's an important feature to have when you have digital products. Now, another feature is featured products. This is where when people are shopping, you may want to emphasize a certain product. So as they're going through your shopping experience and they get into the cart can pop up a product that you want to have featured. And sometimes you want it every time. Maybe that's your main product you're pushing. So that's called featured products. Now, related products, that's a different issue. That means when they put a certain product in your cart, you have pre-programmed the cart so that it says, hey, if they put product X in the cart, I want to show them product Y because it matches product X, and it's most likely they would buy it. So these are related to what the customer is actually doing in the cart, and this is prior to checkout. There's a different system once they go to checkout called upselling. We'll get to that later. Product descriptions seems like a normal thing, but in this particular case, we want to put a salesy type description right at the title of the product that they are trying to purchase, to try to keep them excited about purchasing. I'm going to talk about this several times, shopping cart abandonment, where people get stuff in the cart and they get to checkout, but they don't check out. That really sucks. So product descriptions help keep the people excited about it. And it's just a line of text that you can put in near the title of the product. That's called product description. All right, now inventory, if you sell a lot of physical goods, it'd be nice if the cart would keep track when you need to reorder. So that's what inventory is, and a lot of the cheapo carts won't do that. All right, now this is a really, really advanced feature that you would only find on very, very good shopping carts, and that's called a customizable continue shopping page. You've all seen the button that says continue shopping in shopping carts, right? Well, you can customize it based on what they just put in the cart to send them something related to what they just purchased. So it's different than just displaying something that's related. It's when they take the action to click continue shopping, you can send them a certain place. So let's say that you were selling sports equipment and somebody just put a baseball in the cart. When they click continue shopping, it'd be stupid to let them go to your main catalog or to send them to golf clubs, right? They just put a baseball in the cart. So you could set it so that when they put a baseball in the cart and click continue shopping, they go to the baseball bats or helmets or anything baseball related, say. So that's a very, very important thing. You want to make it easy for your customers to buy more stuff, right? Offer management. Most lower end shopping carts don't have the capability to offer discounts for multiple purchases or to offer, like, let's say, one free when you buy three, or those kinds of special offers. So having that capability can really increase the average amount that someone spends when they shop with you. Receipt and confirmation emails. Well, those are pretty standard things too. So most carts will have those, but they are important, and it's nice if you can customize them and say nice things on them or give them your customer service number. Some of them are just plain Jane that you can't really do much with, but you want ones that you can customize. Drop ship capability. Drop shipping is when you sell something, but somebody else fulfills the order. So you want the cart to be able to send that order notice to someone else besides yourself. Sure, you want a notice of all your orders, but if you don't want to have to manually send the order to the dropship company that's going to ship the product. So that can all be automated. Back-end output to your accounting software makes it nice and easy if you're using something like QuickBooks or Peachtree or Quicken to export your sales and all the stuff right into an accounting program. All right, now this is one that's really, I don't want to say dear to my heart because it caused me a lot of grief in years past. This is associate programs, commonly called affiliate programs. This is where someone else can put a link on their website, and when someone clicks on it and buys something from you, they get a commission. It's like having an army of commissioned salespeople out there. Well, when I first started, oh my God, my shopping cart cost $2,000. It wouldn't do hardly anything. The affiliate module that I'm just talking about right now cost $1,100 more from a different company. 6 months later, it still wouldn't work, and all the geeks from one company are blaming the other company's geeks that it won't work. So this is terrible. So you want your shopping cart system to have the affiliate program built in, so one company is handling everything. It was built to work together, and if anything goes wrong, there's no arguing with different companies. And maybe you didn't know this, but Amazon really invented this years ago, and now it's available to all businesses at reasonable rates. I mean, I'm sure they put millions of dollars to develop it, but now we can do it with good shopping cart systems. Upselling modules. Now, this is a little different than related products. This is after the person clicks checkout. We commonly call it, do you want fries with that, right? It's after they're committed to buy something, then we offer them something else. I mean, every store on earth has a bunch of nail clippers and stuff and magazines at the checkout counter, right? So it's a big revenue source. In fact, you very seldom see me do a promotion where I do offer an upsell after they've taken the main product. And I'm going to do a whole episode on this in the future. But they typically, if you do it correctly, and I'm going to explain all the theory behind it in another episode. If you do it correctly, 30 to 50% of the people will take that, and it means an enormous amount of money. So one time, I'll just tell you a story about this, but one time years ago, I'm so pitiful, I accidentally threw a teleclass on Thanksgiving. I didn't realize it was Thanksgiving. That's pretty pitiful, you got to admit. It was how to make money speaking at fundraisers. 60 people signed up for it at $30 a piece. That was $1,800. That's pretty good for a holiday seminar. I guess they didn't want to drink beer with Uncle Joe and watch football that day. I don't know. But when they clicked on checkout so that they could pay for the seminar, the cart offered them several deals. This is called upselling. And it's normally only offered on really expensive shopping carts, but now it's available to you. Well, listen to this. 21 people went for the upsell, and that gave me an extra $2,037, which made the whole promotion $3,837. This is 15 years ago. So I'm sure you can see this is a real powerful thing and something you absolutely want in your shopping cart system because it can bring in loads of extra money. All right, that's upselling. All right, database handling. Customer data coming into a shopping cart system should never have to be retyped. It should be able to be manipulated. You have to be able to email your customers or customers that bought a specific product. Or when I say shopping cart system, the word system is critical here because it handles all kinds of things. It handles your email capture if you give a freebie away to gather database information. It handles your email newsletters. A good one will handle unlimited different email newsletters for you. So that's your database of people, prospects and customers. So you definitely want that. In the old days, we had to take an order, retype it into ACT, and it took you hours to try to email back. It's all crazy. I mentioned broadcast a minute ago. You want to be able to broadcast email to very specific groups of people or to all your people. And here's a sales tip. Don't make every contact with a customer a sales pitch. They'll most likely want to get removed. What you want to do is get them used to getting emails from you that help them. So give them customer service tips or some way to use the product they just bought and this and that and the other. We're going to get into autoresponders here shortly, but you definitely don't want to just pitch in every email because people will unsubscribe. And all this is part of what we call email list management. You don't have to buy a separate company to do this if you have a good shopping cart system. And another peril of that, which I'm kind of stuck with because I've been in this business so long, I had 150,000 subscribers before the shopping cart was even invented. And I didn't get the first names from a lot of those people. So I have multiple systems going, but you don't want to do that now because there's occasions when I have to send emails and people get 2 or 3 of them and they get a little upset with that, which I don't blame them. So you want to avoid that by having it all integrated. And back in the old days, it took hours to make an email broadcast. And there was no mail merge, which means you couldn't personalize each email. Now, with a good shopping cart system, you can mail merge, put their name in it. You can put what they bought. You can put the date of their order. All kinds of different fields you can pop in and send a broadcast email with all this customized information in it. That's very powerful. Coupons and discounts. People love a sale. They love deals. They love coupons. So you should be able to make a custom coupon for any group of people, any promotion that you're doing, where they pop it in and hit apply, and it throws the discount on. And the discounts can be a percentage off. It can be a dollar amount off. It could be free shipping, whatever it is. But you can easily do that. And with our training, it takes, I don't know, if you're not too swift, it might take us 2 minutes to teach you how to do that. All right, so but it's extremely powerful. It's made me fortune over the years. Now, this next one, I want you to really, really take this one to heart. Nobody lives on one website anymore. There's multiple blogs, websites, all kinds of things for different products and services that people make money on. Well, if your shopping cart is one that your host gave you, you can only use it on that one website on that one host. And that's just crazy. You'd have if you have another host, which you should have multiple hosts if you have multiple websites, because you don't want all your eggs in one basket. You have to have another shopping cart system at the other place. And that's crazy. So a good shopping cart system, you can have multiple websites go through it. This is really great. I probably have about 70 different websites going through my shopping cart. Now, I have to have the same logo, and I can only dump the money into one commercial checking account. But guess what? It's still way better than having 70 different shopping carts. So I wouldn't bother to do it if it was that hard. See? So multiple website capability is really important. See, a good shopping cart will run on its own server, and it's just accessing all your other websites. So that's how that works. Now, this next one, oh, gee. If you ask guys like me, I've been in this since 1994 when the commercial internet started. If you ask people that have been in it as long as me, what are some of the most powerful things ever invented for marketers online? And this next topic will be at the top of everybody's list. And that's called autoresponders. More specifically, sequential autoresponders. We started out with autoresponders where you could just do one. People would email a certain email or contact your website, and your website would respond with one message back to them. It was almost like the old fax on demand, those of you old enough to remember that. But now, sequential autoresponders will not only send the first message, they'll send another one and another one and another one and spread them out in between as far as you want. I have some sequences going out 6 months or more. This is all integrated in the shopping cart, and you can make all kinds of things with these. You can make e-courses, either free or paid, where they're delivered automatically. You can do customer service. You can do upselling with automatically through email. So if somebody buys product X, they get a series of emails that are giving them tips, and then eventually another email comes that says, hey, here's a discount because you brought product X for our new product that goes perfect with it, product Y. And so I get sales coming in all the time that I didn't do anything but create that autoresponder series, in many cases years ago. In fact, if you look at my shopping cart, I have, I think, 470 of these series working all the time while I'm sitting here talking to you. Okay, so these are very, very important. And here's a survey from ZDNet, a big online, I don't know what they do. They're a big online magazine kind of thing. They found that 98% of customers would repurchase from a company if they were simply asked. All right. Now, if you do a lot of business and a lot of transactions like I do, we just can't have a staff that's calling people and every time to ask them to buy something new, but this does it automatically for me. Yes, we do some of that, but I couldn't possibly keep up with all of them, and many of the people listening to this couldn't either. So autoresponders, really, really important. All right, now the next thing is ad tracking. See, you may decide you want to put some advertisements at different places on the internet. And let's say you put 10 ads out there, and only one of them is bringing paying customers. A lot of them are bringing traffic to you, but only one of them is bringing paying customers. Well, if you don't know which one it is, you're paying for 10 ads and only one of them is making money for you, right? That's crazy. So ad tracking, as part of a good shopping cart system, allows you to tag each ad and track all the way through to see if people bought anything. So you could eliminate 9 ads and only keep the ad that was making you money. And then you could go try some other places to advertise or change your advertisement. But you can't just shoot in the dark and make a lot of money. The people that are making the money are using these kinds of simple and inexpensive tools to keep the numbers right. You can't, the businesses run on numbers. And unless you use stuff like this, numbers can trick you. So let's say you had an ad and your counter was telling you that ad was brought in 500 people. And the other ad, let's say you had 2 ads, and the other ad was brought in 150 people. Well, you'd say, well, gee, the ad that brought in 500 people must be better. Well, no, it might not be, because it might be bringing a bunch of freebie seekers that don't buy anything. And the ad that's only bringing in 150 people are great buyers. So if you just went on how many people clicked on the ad, you would cancel the good ad and keep the bad ad. See how crazy this can get? Good shopping cart will also help you keep track of conversion ratio. That's the number of people that did what you wanted compared to the number of people that saw what you were doing. So let's just give an example. Let's say you had 5,000 visitors and it brought in 50 sales at $97. That would be a 1% conversion rate. So 1% of 5,000 is 50 sales, and you made $4,850. Hey, sounds pretty good, right? But what if that's your overhead and you basically did all that work and you just broke even? What if you could increase that conversion ratio to 2%, which means you'd make 100 sales and you'd make $9,700 and you'd make a profit of $4,850. See, that's why numbers count, and your shopping cart can keep track of all this and allow you to try different things to see which one is bringing you in the best customers. See, so I hate to harp on numbers because it can get daunting, but these carts take all the worry out for you. With 5 minutes of tutoring, you set this up, and then the cart does it all for you. You don't have to do a bunch of math. It tells you, right? You just open up, log in, and boom, there's your numbers. There's your conversion rate. There's how much money you brought in. There's how many people visited. All of that's right in front of you. All right, another thing you can do is add rotation. You might have, and this is also called split testing, and this is really how the big players get rich. Split testing is where, let's say you have 2 sales letters, sales letter A and sales letter B, and you don't know which one is best. So the cart will make a specific link for you that will rotate in between those 2 ads. So the first person visits sales letter A, the second person visits sales letter B, the third person goes back to sales letter A, and it alternates them all the way through. So let's say you had 100 visitors, 50 of them would have seen sales letter A, 50 sales letter B, and the cart tracks them all the way through to see which one made you the most money. See? Then you get rid of the loser, and then you keep trying different things, different headlines, and running ads against each other to see which one brings you the most money. And over time, well, the guy that taught me this was such a fanatic. From the first sales letter on a promotion he was doing till the final one after all this testing, the final one brought in 19 times the sales. Now, which would you rather have? Just pat yourself on the back because you got a couple sales, or 19 times the sales? All right. So this is why this is so important. Okay, another advanced feature is called order form sell-through. This is on expensive products. You really want people to be excited to keep that sale going and finally check out. So this is a big area where you can put almost another ad in for the same product, showing all the benefits, because again, we go back to that shopping cart abandonment. You don't want them to get cold feet at the last second and not check out. So that's called order form sell-through. Okay, here's another super one. When you get the ebook, underline this in lipstick, blood, I don't care, make a big emphasis on this. It's called recurring billing. This allows you to either have ongoing sales where it charges somebody monthly for like a membership, or if you're selling a product, you let them make payments. Now, let me give you an example of how powerful this can be. I have a WordPress e-course. It teaches you how to make inexpensive websites. And by the way, episode 4 is all about that, all about WordPress sites and responsive themes and all the things you need to know about inexpensive websites, even though they're still world-class. That's episode 4. But anyway, I sold, when I did this promotion, I sold 700 of these courses. But here's the really interesting thing, and they were $97 a piece. The interesting thing to me was that 180 of those sales were 3 payments of $39. So 180 of those people couldn't afford to put a whole $97, or maybe they didn't trust me, and wanted to just check it out and then quit their payments if I'm a ripoff or something. But anyway, 180 people paid $39 for 3 payments, which is $117 all told, which was the $20 extra just because they couldn't fit all 97 on their credit card at one time. Well, guess what? If I hadn't had that recurring billing in there, that option, and I lost those 180 sales, did the math here, it's $21,060 I would have lost. So which would you rather have, $21,060 over 3 months or nothing? All right, from those people. See, so it's pretty easy to answer that question. So that's called recurring billing. All right, sales reports. A good shopping cart system will give you all kinds of sales reports in different ways so you can see the information that you want, and it'll help you just decide what's working and what isn't. So you can have sales by date. How many sales came in on a certain day? Sales by item. How many of different products? What's the best-selling product today or this week? So you can always change the dates range that you want to check on. Sales by client. That's an important one because you want to identify your best clients and then maybe send them some gift cards or some thank yous if they're spending lots of money with you. They even have sales by what kind of credit card they use, sales by what advertising or promotion you did, sales by affiliates. So this is keeping track of all the people that are out there promoting you on commission. So that's sales by affiliates. Also, analytics are important. Analytics are, like I was telling you, shopping cart abandonment. It tells you how many people hit the cart, how many people actually checked out, how many left, and maybe there's something you can do to improve that. How did you hear about us field is important so that you can glean some information. Maybe somebody referred them. You can send them a thank you letter. Maybe some oddball source is talking about you. You can go over there and find out if you got mentioned in a magazine or something, and then thank them or follow up with them. See, so you want these kinds of little nuances can add up to big, big sales for you. Now, help with offline shopping. That's if somebody has some kind of trouble or glitch. What happens is I still get a notice that somebody tried to order and maybe their internet glitched on them, or maybe they put an invalid credit card number. Well, I don't want them to get frustrated and leave. So if I see that, I immediately, or one of the staff, calls them. Because if they've tried to fill out the form, their phone number is probably still there. So we call them, and frequently we can save the sale. So that's called offline shopping. So there's way more details than this, but I created a checklist for you to evaluate your own shopping cart if you have one, or if you're considering a new one. And it'll be in the show notes. This is episode 10. And you can download the PDF. It's called How to, what the heck's the name? I forgot the name of it. How to get a shopping cart system that makes you money. I think the main title is Internet Cash Machines, which is what a shopping cart is. And it has this big checklist in it and more details on all these things I've been telling you about, including the breakdown if you tried to build one of these yourself or let a custom programmer do it, all the different modules, how much it would cost you to have them programmed, if you could even find somebody competent that could do it. And it's going to cost you if you could. So, of course, my recommendation is to get kickstartcart.com. Go there, you get a 30-day free trial. It has all the stuff I've been talking about today. It's hosted on their server, so you can run multiple websites. You get free upgrades. They take care of everything. Like I said, multiple websites, has the autoresponders. It's got the discount coupons. It's got the offer management, upselling, does soft and hard goods, all the customizable pages, your database, your broadcast email, your ad tracking, your conversion, your ad rotation, your split testing, your order form sell-through, your recurring billing, sales reports, all of these things, including that affiliate program that drove me crazy and cost me $1,100 years ago. So it's all in there. So it's kickstartcart.com. We give you unlimited, free tutoring, one-on-one, not just, we have videos and all kinds of things for you, but we'll hold your hand through it. If you need to change from your old shopping cart to this new one, we help you. If you're brand new at this, we help you. And it's unlimited. You can call back anytime. We can make an appointment. We'll shut the world out and help you, because this is the lifeblood of an online business, or even offline businesses. All have an online portion where they sell things. So this is really great. I've been using it personally in my business with multi-millions of dollars of sales for 16 straight years. So it works and it's reliable. So check it out. This is episode 10. Make sure you check the show notes, download the PDF file with more in-depth information. You're glad to check with us. If you need help or have more questions, you can email me. It's all on the show notes there at screwthecommute.com. And next episode, episode 11, I'm interviewing John Kramer. This is a guy that has helped his clients sell 1 billion books. That's with a B. All right, this guy is prolific. I've known him for well over 20 years. He's the number one go-to guy for book marketing. But I'll tell you what, all his stuff is in, all my products have an influence with John Kramer in them, because the stuff he teaches works for way more than just books. So check that out in episode 11. This is episode 10. Download the PDF file and check out a good shopping cart. Start making money online. This is Tom Antion. I'll catch you on the next episode.